Well, hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. On today's video, we're going to fire up the mill to mill up some wood for our trailer frame for our mobile coop, since we cannot find any treated lumber. So real quick, those of you new to the channel, we're building a mobile chicken coop and we're using the axle off an old horse trailer. So this is just the next step in that process. I now have the frame designed on SketchUp and I'll show you here. This is what we're thinking. And ideally, the plan was to build these main structures, what you see, the main horizontals, the tongue, all of those things. I was going to build those out of treated lumber, so I wouldn't have to worry about them moving. Ironically, I walked past a 4x4 that I bought at the box store a month ago and looked at it, and it's twisted more than my dog's hind leg. So, no, actually, I was looking to buy 2x material treated for the frame. Went to all 4 of my local box stores and could not get everything that I wanted. It's crazy. You're looking for 12-foot 2x8s, 12-foot 2x4s, all treated. Just couldn't find it. Right now, the supply is either so short or the demand is so high. I'm not sure what the issue is, but there's just not any inventory. So instead of just giving up, of course, decided, hey, let's fire up the mill. The next best thing would be to mill my own. The only reason why I wouldn't do that in the first place is just, you know, this is really wet wood, which obviously treated wood's wet as well. But I need to rick this up and let it air dry to stabilize as much as possible before I go to build. So that just delays the build project even more. But such is life, right? I've got plenty of material here on the farm, so might as well take advantage of it. So got this poplar log. This is a log that I felled back when we were doing the boar pasture. You guys saw those videos of me trying to wrestle this thing out of the woods and several others. So we're going to start here with this log. It is a little over 13 feet long. I need 12 feet material, but this 13-foot log will suffice. My plan is to get 4 12-foot long 2x6s out of this, and that'll be enough to make up my frame, the main side rails, and of course the cross members as well. And then we'll mill another one for the 2x4s. Okay, so I ended up with 4 2x7s is what I actually ended up milling. I hated to waste the extra inch, and as these dry, they may bow a little bit, so I can cut those back out, put them back on the mill, and cut out any bow if I need to, and still ended up with my 6-inch if I need to. So those are a true 2-inch and a true 7-inch. So if I was going to buy treated, I was going to buy the 2x8s, which of course is 1.5 inches by 7.5. So I think this will work. We've got those for our main frame and our cross supports. And then I'm going to mill some 2x4s just for additional bracing and making up the tongue. And then also need to mill some rick boards so I can get this ricked up and drying properly. You'll notice that the sun is in a completely different position now. It is 5 in the evening, and I like to wait till the evening to mill just because it gets some shade on it. And it's kind of funny, I'm not the only one that does that. The pigs were hanging out in the barn, but you can see how the sun is on the barn now. Let me show you where they are. I hear them blowing bubbles. We'll see if we can sneak up on them. That disturb pool time pigs? Pool time piggies? They really enjoy this catchment here. It's funny, the electric fence runs right there. This is the edge of the pasture. Of course, it's a watershed that comes down here, and then a watershed that comes down here. And so I deliberately, when I had the dozer in last, really dug this out deep. So even though it's silted in some, they get in and wallow it out. And little pig swimming pool. All right, so that second log yielded 8 true 2x4s, and those are 10 feet. I cut that log a little shorter. It had a bit of a dog leg in it, so it's typical with poplar. But that should give us all the material we need and then some for our trailer frame. So we're going to wait for it to dry out a little bit before we start doing our project.